chasing growth and nothing less. This is the journey from scratch to success.
Hello everyone, welcome to From Scratch to Success, where I interview the most successful entrepreneurs about their journey. My name is Jayma, your host, and today I have an amazing entrepreneur here with me. His name is Rami Ykmour, a powerhouse of resilience, family values, and true Aussie grit. Born to Lebanese immigrant parents and raised in a housing commission home in Bonnyrigg, Rami teamed up with his wife, Shannon, at just 22 to open a tiny café in Liverpool. That little space became Rashays, now a major restaurant brand with more than 30 locations across Australia's East Coast. Beyond business, Rami is a mentor, social media voice, and proof that staying authentic can take you further than you ever imagined. Welcome to From Scratch to Success. I'm so blessed to have you here.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you for the introduction. Very nice. Very well summed up.
Of course. Now, Rami, let's begin. Tell me everything, the origin story.
The origin?
Yeah.
Yeah, so where we started, we started back in 1998 was we opened our first cafe, as you said, in Liverpool. It was a humble cafe where we made pizzas, sold cakes and coffee, with 2 staff. That was the beginning of it all.
Wow. So what sort of inspired you?
The inspiration behind it. Look, the biggest inspiration for me was to start my own business. I didn't care what I was going to do. I just wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to be a businessman, just like my dad. So for me, I just looked for opportunities, in my younger days. And the fact that I worked at Pizza Hut, which was a fast food place, it sort of inspired me to stick to the food business. Yeah.
I see. Now I want to ask you, so do you think that your dad was one of the influential person for you to start your own business?
Oh, definitely. I think my dad was definitely something. My dad was a businessman, so... I got to do a lot of business with him during my younger years. My dad had his own furniture shop, so I got to work with him in that. And then my dad moved to, car dealing, so I got to do car dealing with him. He was in the transport business. I got to share that with him. So I was with my dad. My dad held my hand right through his business career, so I got to, I got to understand business that way.
That's really beautiful. I think, when it's a family member, especially a father figure that inspires you, it's just truly amazing. Yeah. Was there any early challenges that you faced?
Oh, my God, early challenges. There's challenges all the time.
Yes.
Of course there was. Look, the first challenge was, how do you get your money together? How do you get enough money together to open a business? And... that was the biggest challenge of all, I think, was trying to... I borrowed all the money and it was trying to, sell people my dream so they could lend me money.
Yes.
And I guess I was a good enough salesman to get a lot of my friends, a lot of my family members to chip in $5,000, $10,000. And, so that was the first original challenge. And then I guess the second challenge was making sure that I paid him back. That was the big thing, right? And there's one thing we did before we took any money out of the business or before we reinvested any money in our business. We made sure that we paid everyone who lent us the money to start off the business.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Now, will you have any doubts, throughout it all? Doubting yourself or doubting the business? How did you overcome that?
When you're young. You're a lion,
Yes.
And for me that was the biggest, one of the most successful things I've done in my life is start the business at the age of 22. Because at the age of 22 you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You're so optimistic about life. You're so optimistic about the future.
Yeah.
I know when I make decisions today, it's so much harder. So when you say, did I have doubt? I'm sure I had doubts, but put it that way, I don't remember them. I don't remember. That's how confident I was that we're on a successful something good.
I think when we're younger, we always think we're like the lion. We can do anything.
we could, yeah. We could do anything. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, Rami, I want to ask you a crucial turning point during that time.
A crucial turning point. I'll tell you the crucial turning point. We used to open from 8 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the morning, Wow. And we did all those hours. And the crucial turning point was when I discovered we had a successful business. It was very hard for us to scale our staffing and to train our staffing in time to handle the customers.
I see.
Because we didn't want to lose any customers. So it was the first challenge I have is when we absolutely got smashed. And what I mean by smashed, we had customers, the restaurant was full, we had 200 seats, and there was only 3 staff members to handle it all. So it was how do we make sure that the customers that come in tomorrow get served? And that was one of the big challenges. That's when we had to sort of reach out to old friends and say, listen, or to friends who worked in the industry and said, can you please help us out?
Yeah, wow. That's amazing. 200 seats all filled up. So what did scaling up looks like for you?
Scaling the business, look, I guess scaling, when you think of scaling, the first thing that comes to my mind is franchising. So for us, we realised to scale up the business, to grow the business, there's only so much that we can handle as a company. We needed franchisees to come in and operate their own shops. So we needed partners.
Yes.
So that was a hard move. It was like sort of being able to say to yourself, righty, I'm gonna let go, because you're sort of entrepreneurs are usually control freaks. They want to control everything. So for us, it was learning how to let go and how to trust people that are going to franchise your business to run the business the same way you did.
Well said. And I like how you said that entrepreneurs normally is like control freaks.
Yes, we are, yeah.
What was the first successful milestone and how did you feel?
First successful milestone? Far out there. Good question. First successful milestone, I would say, was opening the doors to the restaurant, to the very first restaurant. I still remember that day, I still remember how at 1 hour I was grouting the tiles, helping grout the tiles before we opened. And the next minute I had a uniform on, like a Rashays uniform. It was a denim blue shirt and, and jeans on and standing at the door ready to host a customer. That was a very, very, how can I say it? It was a moment where I was like, yeah. Even so we haven't got a customer yet, but I was just happy that we had a restaurant that was ready or a cafe ready to trade. Yeah,
that's really beautiful. Like the moment, as you're describing it, I can feel like your mind's like going back in time, that time. Did it feel surreal for you, Rami?
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. I felt like I was blessed. I was given more than what I deserve. It felt like a dream. It felt like something that I probably had it. I probably since the age of 16, I probably dreamt of owning my own business, and it came true on that day. So it was surreal. Yeah, 100% right.
Wow, that's very beautiful. So going back to the 16 years old Rami, you felt like, wow, I've accomplished what I've always wanted to do. Yeah.
Absolutely, and that was it. For me, that like as much. I didn't think I would achieve that moment. You know what I mean? So the fact that I achieved that moment of opening my own business it was something special.
It's really beautiful because I think it's stories like that truly inspires others because, they could be another person's watching this right now that's 16 and thinking, I've got this big dream, I can't do it. But your story right now is proving that anything it's possible. You should put your hard work to it, isn't it?
Look, absolutely. I know people throw this around. They say, work hard, stick to your passion, and it'll pay off. But trust me, if you are passionate about something, you will achieve it. All right, it might take a year, it might take 2, it might take 10, it might take 50. But if you're truly passionate, and that is what you and I got to I'm talking about internal passion here. I'm not talking about just, I dream, I got this idea. But if it's something that you really want, I found in life, because it doesn't matter what I've set myself in life, whatever has been a true passion that hurts from your gut is achievable.
Wow, that's beautiful. I'm going to write that down for myself. Rami, what strategies did you use to help your business grow?
Look, the biggest strategy was what I had learned, and I've got to give full credit to the fast food giants Pizza Hut, where I learned the business from about for this strategy. And that was to systemize the business. And what I mean by systemize is everything had to have a way of how it's done, and it had to be written down. It wasn't just verbal.
Yeah.
So everything was kept simple. So when I say we systemized, to have a great system, for me, to have a great system in your business, you must keep things simple, so you're able to train others.
And was there any lessons that you learned the hard way, and how did you overcome that?
Yeah. Big lesson. Let me think of a big lesson. Over gambling. So what happened was, when things are going really well for you, your confidence maybe grow too much sometimes. Your ego gets the better of you.
Yeah.
You can be overconfident. And I think the biggest mistake I ever did was opening the second restaurant too early.
Okay.
My second restaurant that I opened, I didn't have the cash flow to back me up yet. So and I was too optimistic at that stage, you know. And the way that we got over it was by just working harder and getting into business and cutting back some of our costs and just focusing on running a real tight ship until we got through it.
Wow. So eventually the second restaurant was okay, and you built from that.
Correct. Yeah.
I want to ask you, what keeps you going?
Family, my kids.
Yeah.
I want them to have a better upbringing or a better future than what I had, and I know how, I believe the way the world is going, it's just going to get harder and harder for them. So I want to give them as much head start as I can. And for me, that's the drive. It's my 3 daughters and my young son, and that's definitely what gets me going. And of course, I've got to look after our staff. We have over 1,500 staff around the country, and and I realise every decision how much impact it could make on them or their family as well. So, but believe me, I kind of I kind of love that pressure because I know it gets me going. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I kind of enjoy it in a funny way.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people are depending on you, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Maybe it's good for the ego.
That's it. And I think it's really beautiful, because I think family is the most important thing. And often in the world that we work so much, we forget to take care of what's important. So I think it's beautiful that you mentioned your family. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's our family and our extended family.
Yeah, lovely. Rami, what's your habits that drives you to success? Or routines?
Habits. Training, gym is very good. I mean, when you make a commitment to yourself, like the gym, and I know I stick to it. I know I'm a much better leader, a much better person when I do things like when I stick to my routines, like the gym. I have a certain time where I get up, so I try and keep it consistent. Routine is very important in life for me.
Yeah. So what time do you get up?
Okay, yeah. So I'm a 6 a.m. person.
Yes.
6 a.m. Straight away the news. I'm addicted to the news.
Yes.
I want to know everything around every single country. So wake up, see what the stock market is doing in the States.
Yes.
I don't know why, but I'm into that. And then just see the current affairs, and that's my morning.
Beautiful.
With a cup of coffee.
Yes, that's right. We can always do with the coffee in the morning. How do you deal with burnout, fear, or criticism?
Yep. So there are 3 questions there. So the first one is, let's talk about burnout. Unfortunately, burnout, what I've found, I've been burnt out. I've probably experienced it 2 or 3 times in my career.
Okay.
And unfortunately, you don't realise burnout until you're actually burnt out. And then you don't know how to handle it because you're no longer in a good state to handle burnout. So, but I could tell you, there's 2 or 3 times that I've been burnt out in my career. Every time it gets easier because what happens, I think you start catching it earlier.
Yeah.
You start catching that you know how you're thinking, you know how your body's behaving, you know how you're impacting people, and you're sort of able to catch yourself a little bit quicker. And the best way to get out of burnout, there is no question, and that is to just take time off.
Yeah.
And you have to understand that the world will still go on.
Yes.
And you have to allow yourself time, and especially something I'm massive on, you have to allow time. Usually a burnout is related to mental health. So you have to allow yourself to mentally get better again. And it might take a week, 2, and it might take 3 months. And just let the process do its thing.
Okay, well, it's well said because I think sometimes we just forget to take care of our bodies, right?
100%. And your body won't forget, it will tell you. The body has a way, the brain has got a way of telling you.
Yeah, definitely. What about like criticism?
Second part of your question, criticism. Oh, very hard. It's honestly, if somebody says to me, how do I handle criticism? It's just time and just getting used to it.
Okay.
It's just, first, when you first get criticized, sometimes you're able to brush it away. But when it keeps on coming, it takes a lot of, how can I say it? Like I continually reinforce to myself and tell myself that haters are going to hate. People are going to, people are just going to criticize you. And one thing I tell myself is, you haven't made it until you're getting criticism. So
Very true.
that helps me move on.
Yeah, that's really good because haters gonna hate, like you said, but at least they are checking you, like checking what's going on with you, right?
I think Taylor Swift said it, but that's okay.
That's okay. We'll hashtag your name instead. Okay, so this is a big one. What does success mean to you?
Easier. That's the easiest question you're going to ask me. Watching my kids with a smile on their face. Knowing that my kids are okay. They're going to the right school. They got the right friends. They're eating the right food. They're participating in the right activities. And they're happy. And that's it. Honestly, that is solely, that's success. Full stop. And your health. And their health, of course. Yeah.
It's really beautiful the way that you say it. It's like I can just feel like you're such a great dad, and your kids are very lucky to have you as their father, and obviously you're blessed to have the children as well.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. Now the next round, it's the power round. Right?
Okay. Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Quick, short answers. All right.
Yeah, this is like a quiz game.
That's right.
Yeah,
now,
okay.
First question. A business book or podcast that changed your thinking?
I can't say any book or podcast. My head is too busy to listen to any of them, so no way.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Best advice you've ever received?
Best advice I've ever received. Stay humble.
Beautiful. What's one thing you wish you've done differently?
Looked after myself a bit more.
If you were to lose everything tomorrow, what would be your first move?
Go to bed.
That's so funny. One myth about entrepreneurship that you like to burst?
It's all glamour. It's not. It's hard work.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you want it, you go for it, right?
That's right. That's right.
All right. So, Rami, what's next for you?
Keep on doing what I'm doing. Just stay consistent, and just work with people. Just try and pass on whatever I've learned. Whether it's through business or through life. And just encourage people to live their dream.
That's beautiful. Future goals or dreams?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Future goals and dreams have gotten a bit smaller. They're, what future goal I have? I don't know. Like just to see honestly, guys, it's hard. I'm trying to relate it to business, not family, because everything is family in my head. That comes up first. Future goals.
But I think it's okay to talk about the family part because it's more like what you
again
you think.
See grandkids and my family happy. That's the truth.
Yeah, it's wonderful because I think a lot of times people think, oh, it has to be about business, but really it's just about the story about who you are that really inspires people.
I'll share that with you. In business, I'm very fortunate. I feel like I have achieved my goals. So everything from here is a bonus. So that's why it's hard for me to say business, anything business. It's definitely family life now. Yeah,
wonderful. Now, any advice for somebody that has a dream or that wants to start their own business? What's your advice for them, Rami?
You know what? One of the best, something that I could share with people is don't share your passion with too many people because they'll break your idea. They'll start telling you how you can't do it or they'll start telling you how to do it and complicate it. So be careful who you share your passion with. Does that answer your question?
I think that's a really good advice. Yeah. Good. Thank you. How does listeners get in touch with you or your business?
Yeah, so I guess on my Instagram, Rami Ykmour. Follow me there, and you could message me, and I'll get back to you guys. And also to the business, I think we all know. I think you said at the start up the top. So at Rashays, there's a Rashays somewhere near you.
Yes, amazing. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for your time. It's a blessing to have this conversation with you, and it's a memory that I'm going to cherish forever, Rami.
Thank you, Gemma. Thank you. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Great. So, guys, I hope you are inspired by Rami. I certainly feel happy and inspirational. And I just want to say, he's so friendly, big smile on his face. So, guys, thank you for watching From Scratch to Success. My name is Jay Ma, and make sure you follow Oz Arab Media for the next episode. God bless you.